With smile makeovers, all you'd have probably seen is the before and after photos. But what actually happens before treatment begins in order to start treatment? And in this video, I want to show you some of the things that I will do with my patients before they even begin treatment. So all the records that I take and what I start to do with those records. So the first thing that we are doing is we're going to be looking to assess the dental health. So as well as checking the gums, x-rays are taken, and these are going to be crucial to make sure that things are stable and we're in a position of health before we can start moving the teeth. A scan is something which I use to help plan my cases, whether it's changing the shape of my patient's teeth using composite bonding or veneers, whether it's straightening the teeth. I use a scan as the basis for really planning out how we're going to get a great result. So in this case, we're using a scan because we want to straighten the teeth, close the spaces. So my nurse is actually taking the scan, and it will record the teeth, it will record the gums around the teeth, and start to give me an idea of where there is space, where we can move the teeth to, how we can start to get a great result. And it's also a great visual tool for my patients to understand where we're starting from, and then it'll also allow us to plan a digital result of where we could get to. With the scan, it's sending pulses of light, and those are bouncing back, reflecting back, and then forming an image which is then seen on the screen. So on the laptop, that's where the image is being generated, and it actually is really quite clever in that it shows you the gums in a pink color, and it shows you the teeth in a white color. It helps you just to visualize things as they are in reality. So photography is key in dentistry. I will also take some photographs with my DSLR camera, and this allows me now to start to assess things maybe in static occlusion, so things when the teeth are together. It will allow me to have a record of how the gums are. So there might be areas of gum recession where the gums have receded, and I want to minimize the impact that moving the teeth will have on the gums. So I want to make movements that decrease the risk of further gum recession. I will also use the photos to be able to track where we started and where we're going with real images. So it's always fun as well at the end to show my patients where we started and where we finished off using these photos. With the photos as well, I can also see the gum line. So sometimes you might find that the gum line is uneven. So where the teeth meet the gum, that area, it can be uneven with the teeth around it. So sometimes with movement of teeth, you can actually improve that situation. You certainly don't want to make it worse. It might be that that's identified that the gum lines are uneven, and it might be that a periodontist is needed to help make the gums more level after treatment. That's sometimes an option, but photos are good, and now being able to see how the gums relate to the teeth, relate to the smile, relate to the face, so that we're having a facially driven treatment plan. Now that all these records have been taken, I start to work on designing the smile. In designing the smile, I put together all the information so that the result respects the patient's anatomy, biology, how their face is lined up. Want to make things better, not worse. For example, you're able to see where the center of the face is, and then match the plan to keep things quite central, quite proportional, symmetrical. So all of that is going into the planning, and it then allows me to then create a simulation of how the teeth are going to move, and you'll see that on screen, the simulation that I created in this particular case. and that then allows the patient to see what I'm planning for their teeth. And if they're happy, we can then progress to beginning treatment, moving their teeth. We are then able to move on to the Invisalign fit appointment, where I'll place attachments, the buttons that go on the teeth, which allow the aligners, the plastic trays, to attach and grip the teeth. So here is where I will place these attachments. I'll make sure that the aligners are fitting well. I'll go through the instructions that the patient needs to know as they get through their treatment day to day with their aligners. And I just make sure that the patient is fully aware of what they can expect in the first few days, first few weeks. And we also book the review appointment usually within 4 to 5 weeks time. So now the aligners are on, the teeth are moving, and we're now working towards that end goal. So I hope that reveals a lot more of what's happening as I'm planning smile makeovers, as I am looking to generate the best result outcome for my patients. In the comment section, let me know what you think about the planning process. Did you know so much went into planning smile makeovers? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.